Birdsdale here. Today I'm going to talk about my summer treasure box, which I'm just about to get started with packaging. I opened up 4 numbers last week and had lots of people, but still a few spares if anyone's interested. Now what comes in your box, this is only a sample that you have to realise, but you do get a obviously you get a flimsy, and it's in these new summer colours. Now the summer colours are sort of based a little bit on this photo that I found. So it's a bit of summer, bit of fun by the sea, by the beach, and so I've got a pre-felt or a flimsy big one to match. And then you might get some of these sorts of like different threads. You can see we've dyed things to match, and perhaps things for trims and assorted. It's not exactly, you won't get all of these things obviously, but I just pull out things that I think will go from silks to gimp to cotton to thick cottons, fine cottons. I've got some waste, the silk, whatever it's called, that we have, and all sorts of various things. And what I've done for a little sample at myself, just starting out, is I've used some to weave. And one person, I'll put all the names before I send them out into a bowl, and we'll draw out a name, and that person will get this one. It won't be finished, but it'll just something that you might like to start with. So because of the way that I work quite small, I tend to cut and weave my shapes. So I've tried to get a little bit of the sort of image of how the photo goes, just to get that sea to the orange of the combi van, but just to get that contrast, and I'll cut and play with it. And as well as that, getting all these goodies, these are some of my goodies here all set out, and I just have cut and woven, played with the things and then cut these up. But you'll also get in your pack a piece of hand-dyed tissue tex. And this is what I've used, for example, for this picture that I made, which I've used tissue tex, and I've also used some paper napkins that I have and other things that might appear, serviettes and tissue that I have painted, coloured with anything, watercolours, watered down acrylics, through stencils, or use stamps or something for backgrounds, and then torn them up to make it. So you get this, or a piece of this. And then this is for my deck chairs and umbrella, because you always have those in the summer when you're at the beach, and just to play around and stitch. And another one that I've done is, previously of course, it's this one that I've shown, but it's different types of colours. And then I've got here sort of a bit of a funny little one, still be fixed up, but the same thing with stitching on it. And I've used for background some paper, and then this, because I thought these were quite cute and I couldn't find any, you might get some seagulls, because you always find those at the beach, and a combi van that you can play with and use however you like. Just lots of ideas, and you don't necessarily want to take them all up, and you can use things however you want to. So you can be hand stitching on, or machine stitching, or using your embellisher if you've got one, to combine everything together. And I haven't got any here, but there will be some scrim in the parcel, so you can use that in any way. Looking at this here, I had thought I could have woven that down the line and stitched it in as well to give some texture and somewhere or around in your shape. So whatever you do with the kit is what you feel like, of course, and what the idea of these treasure boxes, these seasonal treasure boxes, just to give you some ideas. Toss in a few things that you might inspire you to use the colours in any way that you like. So if you're interested, they are available on the website, but it was really just to show you how I work. I work on the back here. I've used probably most people will know that I use variegated threads. I very rarely use a solid colour. And here, just as to get going, is just as I've woven them, and then I use a fine thread. This is a Pearl 12, or I could use the finer one, and I just stitch up the background in a woven way, and then I use that as a base to work further onto. So I might take some scrim and just stitch that down, of course, in some way with a very fine metallic threads are always nice. And then that gives you, you know, choice of whatever you're going to do with what you do with your goodies. We've all got lots of goodies and we all want sort of things. And I should have also added, the last little thing was that, of course, you'll get some velvet. And this is the velvet that's dyed. And this, you can see how colours dyes take up different things in different fabrics. But you'll get a little piece of this that you can use for shapes or squares. You might want to cut a shape out and stitch it onto here. So it's all entirely up to you. So I hope that's given you a few little ideas. And have a great day and see you again next time. Bye.